Hey YouTube, thanks for joining my channel. This is TT Tommy's Travels. Today we're going to be taking a ride into downtown Dumaquette, so you get to see what it's like to drive here. So thanks again for joining. Please subscribe, please like, please comment because that helps with the algorithm. But thanks for joining, and here we go. Okay, we're headed into town. It's too late now, but it's going to be coming one lane. Trucks and vans are terrible here. They'll just spread right off the road. So here we're going to go to one lane, and everybody's going down. In Iloilo, Cebu, Paula, Puerto Princesa, trikes are not allowed on the national highway, and that really cleans things up. But oh, we got a checkpoint here. First time I've seen one right there. But that really cleans up the highway when they don't allow trikes on the national highway. Here in Dumaquette, they allow it, and it makes terrible traffic. This is how you drive in Dumaquette. You just go, and I got a van right off my butt. You gotta be careful when you're driving here. People will walk right out in front of you. People don't use their ears, so they'll pull right out in front of you. They'll pass you on their shoulder, and then they'll come right in front of you and turn left. That's why I normally don't drive at nighttime. Also because a lot of scooters, bikes, cars don't have lights. And then you got stray dogs that walk out in front of you, so I normally don't drive at night. Also, when we learned to drive in the States, we were always told, leave yourself a buffer zone between you and the vehicle in front. For that reason right there. So you have room to stop. But here in Dumaquette, in the Philippines, you leave yourself a little bit of a gap, and that's what will happen. You'll just have people whip right into a little gap. You'll have like 5 or 6 scooters just cut you right off. But as you see, they'll just drive right on the shoulder. They don't care. Half the people don't even have driver's license, which is what those checkpoints are for. And you'll see people lined up, refusing to go through the checkpoint because they don't have a driver's license, they don't have a helmet, they're wearing sandals, they don't have insurance, they don't have a registration on the vehicle. It's just insane here. So we're heading into town, going to grab a coffee. So I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride. You can see what it's like here. And I'm on my scooter. In the car, it's even worse because in the car, it's harder to pass. I do drive more like the Filipinos since I've been here for so long. I'll cut people off, I'll whip around. They'll drive in the wrong lane, passing everybody. Then they'll blow their horn, flash their lights at you like, hey, get out of my way. Even though I'm on the wrong side of the road, you have to stop for me. It's just insane. That guy says EMS on his backpack. I don't know if he's an actual EMS or not. But yeah, this is a national highway and it's 4-lane except for when you get into Dumaquette, then it becomes 2-lane. And then when we get up here to the mall, it'll become one-way, going one way for a couple of blocks. And then it'll become 1-lane. Freaking trikes, which just drive you right off the freaking road. It'll be one way going one way, then in a couple blocks it'll be one way going the other way, and then in a couple blocks it'll be 2 lanes. It's just very confusing. I still get confused when I go downtown. And then at night they become 2 lanes. It's one of the many Honda dealers here in Dumaquette. That's not where I go to get my oil changed. There's a bigger one. And this guy's going to run me off the road again. Hey, I'm driving here. They don't care. They'll just run you right off the road. Like I said, there's no stoplights, there's no stop signs. Everybody just goes, they'll cut you off, they'll run you off the road. They park on the side of the road, and then you got the people that are driving on the shoulder. They'll just try to whip right in front of you. But it's Friday afternoon, so it's going to be a little crowded. Here's the new Hyundai dealership. It used to be on the other north, up in Sibilan, and they just moved it here, which is nice because that's where I have to go to get my oil changed. I use synthetic oil, kind of pricey, but and actually I'm about due for a oil change. It's kind of pricey, but this guy, he's just going to pass everybody on the shoulder. He doesn't care. And now he's going to try to whip in front of everybody. And this guy's going to turn, that guy's going to turn. Saved him a lot of time driving on the shoulder. No stop sign. No stop line. Everybody just goes. Everybody drives on the wrong side of the road. But here's the mall. This is Robinson's Mall. It's a very small mall compared to, actually this is where we need a stoplight. Dumaquette has their official stoplight, but it's on the other side of town on a road that my first Airbnb when I first moved to Dumaquette, it's right down the street. So it's not a really big intersection, but back there is where they need a stoplight. Of course they don't have one. But anyway, getting back to Robinson Mall, it's not really that big of a mall. It's probably about, the footprint's probably a little bit smaller than the mall that we had back in my hometown, which is now closed for probably over 20 years. But it is 2 stories, so it's probably actually bigger than that mall. But you go to Dumaquette, Dumaquette's 140,000 people. You go to Dumaquette, which is 650. That's one of the hardware stores. You go to, and then there's another one right next door to it. And then here's the bus station. So this is always congested. You go to Dumaquette, which is 650,000. Iloilo, 450,000. Cebu, which is a few million. And then, of course, Manila. You have a lot more malls. You have a lot, they're doing road construction here too, which doesn't help. You have a lot bigger malls. As a matter of fact, the biggest mall in all of Southeast Asia is Seaside in Cebu, Mall of Asia in Manila, which used to be the biggest mall in Asia. So yeah, you get there and you have, see now I'm driving like a Filipino. I'm just passing everybody. driving on the wrong side of the road. But they have a lot of malls here in the Philippines. But they'll be 4 or 5-story malls, huge. The one here in Dumaquette is only 2 stories. It's kind of small, but they are